You're watching PowerNation. Today on Carcass, we're on the trail with our Jeep JK Project Off Duty, and we've invited a few of our friends to join us on this little excursion.
We'll push our Rubicon through the myriad of obstacles and have a little fun, sharing our enthusiasm for adventure and the off-road community. All right, guys, the JK is done. We're at Adventure Off-Road Park in southern Tennessee. We brought a bunch of guys with us. Let's go do some wheeling. Get all them pretty Jeeps dirty now.
Yeah, let's get them dirty now.
Adventure Off-Road Park is one of our favorite places to wheel. There you go. There you got it. With several hundred acres of beautiful countryside and numerous trails with a variety of difficulties. That's great. AOP has something to offer everyone who has a passion for off-roading, testing their skills, plus their rigs. Adventure Off-Road Park offers several amenities as well for those who want a long weekend of wheeling.
So I am the office and park manager. We have about 60 trails. We are adding a couple more. We bought some new land. So we'll have, after that, I believe it's going to be closer to 70 total trails, sitting on about 600 acres of total land here. So we also have some bunkhouses that we offer as well, along with our farmhouse that we rent out. That's an actual Airbnb style house. So, you know, along with some RV spots, electric and water and power spots. So we got kind of the options for everyone coming out here. Our difficult trails are going to be, you know, pretty dang difficult. So just kind of, we advise that, but the easy trails, you know, should be easy for most people to go up in their, you know, semi-stock rigs and go up and hit some trails. The moderate's kind of that mix for if you're a, you know, avid off-roader, want to go out there and kind of want to mix it up and not just take some easy trails, but give yourself a little bit of a challenge as well. So, you know, got a little bit of everything for everyone out here, from, like I said, easy to pretty difficult. So it's a good mix of everything.
Okay, because they're having trouble with this Jeep here, so we may need assistance.
Copy.
I'll walk back.
Jeremy will come down. We'll keep going up just a little bit to park the Jeep, and then we'll come down. Anytime you're wheeling with a group, there is one thing that is going to happen when taking people to places they've never been before. And that thing is spotting. And on this trip, it was a must. Some of our guests were new to rock crawling, plus we didn't know the capabilities of their rigs and how they would perform.
Well, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Needless to say, we were in and out of our Jeep quite a bit.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Wiping the frickin' sweat off my face. Can't think. Oh! They put you right back in it. Yep, stay passenger, stay passenger. Come driver, come driver. Now go, 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 go. There you go.
Can't beat them good spotters, boy. So the Jeep behind us is our Summit Racing. It's our 2020 JL. You know, we bought it brand new, and the goal of the build was to, you know, be able to do everything in your driveway. So go from mild to wild. All bolt-ons, like no major fab, anything like that. You can do this all in your driveway. So we want people, you know, we want to show people that you can buy a Jeep and you don't have to have a lift to be a fabricator, all this, you know. There's a lot of good people in the industry that have figured all this stuff out for you, and you can bolt all this stuff on. This will be our second. We've had it about 2.5 years, so not only do we wheel it, you know, mild to wild, but we also do a bunch of shows and road tripping with it. So the cool part about like the JL platform, and what I love about it the most, is you can go wheel all day, have fun, and then you can air back up, jump in it, and drive down the highway and go to the next spot. And it, you know, you don't have to have a truck and trailer as well as a wheeling rig. You can kind of incorporate it all into one daily driver. As I like to say, you know, you can go wheel all day and pick the kids up from baseball practice. Like, it's pretty decent. You know, being the Summit Racing guy, everybody asks, like, do I have a drag car? Do I have, you know, and it's always like, no, I like old crusty, rusty stuff that you go beat off trees in the woods. It's a little different. So every part on our JL is right out of the Summit Racing catalog. Actually, we have a dedicated Summit Racing Jeep catalog along with our big book and our couple of others. So since the last time I wheeled it, we've actually gone from a 35-inch tire to a 37. So this is the first time out on the 37s. I'm pumped to see the improved ground clearance. And you know, I joke around, I use the full underbelly skid plate strategically. So, you know, when you're wheeling on small tires, ground clearance is an issue. So sometimes you got to put the skid plate on a rock and rotate and manipulate the Jeep. But with the 37s, hopefully I won't have to do that as much. Wheeling is a tight knit, everybody helps everybody. That's a cool part. If you're broken in the woods, people always stop and ask, so can I help? Are you okay? All that, and I love that. It's been cool to see, you know, fellow Jeepers get really hyped on this thing. It's fun to get out in the woods and hang out with other people, and you know, the thing is a giant Summit billboard, so we like to show off that, you know, not only do we sell race car parts, but we sell off-road parts too. So everybody's been happy about it. It's been so much fun going out and wheeling with people and just having a good time. I don't know, I'm excited about it, so.
I love doing that. It's like your front tires would barely touch it. I have no idea where we are. Not a clue.
Yep.
So I've got like the ultimate question for you.
Yep.
Where is Bigfoot? I bet he's got a rock bouncer.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, he's probably got a
custom tube chassis. You'd have to put them on like deuce axles and yeah.
Not 1 tons?
No.
You bottom them out?
Yeah. I mean, the guy weighs 850 pounds. Shut up.
There's an alien in the woods.
We keep finding new obstructions to conquer and do a little trail maintenance as well.
So I tell you what, out of everybody that's running today, there's one Jeep Susie that's following us. Mm-hmm. She's on 315s.
Yeah, shorter tire.
And I think only a 2.5 lift in hers. Mm-hmm. And it's a Rubicon. Mm-hmm. But that thing is, I mean, she's right behind us.
Yeah, it's keeping up.
Yeah, she's not having a single issue.
She's a Rubicon, and she used to be the Boobicon, but we changed her up a little bit, so now she's the Mountain Mamacon. She's a 2014, almost 10 years old, and I've been banging her since the day I bought her. Matter of fact, day one was here at this park with a paper tag on a trail that's too big for her right now. And that's the truth.
Keep going, stop. So stay up, passenger. As you got a ledge on this side, but this rock is an absolute axle killer. Your diff is sitting right on here, so the trick is to get your Jeeps over to this side where the ledge is far enough, but still put a driver's side tire on both of these rocks to give you the clearance over this one. And like Susie, there you go, just had to shift her completely over to the center of the Jeep and put the passenger side on this side. So it's just a game of how you got to get up it. So just keep working with it. Susie is proof that women and wheeling do exist and that you can do anything. It starts by getting out there and challenging yourself to try new things.
I've put 2 different lifts on it. I mean, it's like a bottomless pit. You can't stop. It's like boating or any other hobby. It's just empty every pocket Jeep. And I've never rolled it. When I first started driving the Jeep, that was my biggest fear. I thought, oh my God, and everybody I asked about it, have you ever rolled over? Have you ever rolled over? 10 years down the road, and I've never rolled it over. Knock on wood. It taught me I'm brave. I'm a lot braver than I ever thought I was. I have been in situations to where I could have died. My first V-notch is probably what taught me, you know how that fear of adrenaline goes through you when you get really, really scared? I learned that in that situation, I don't freeze, I just sweat, and I function. And because of the Jeeping and learning how brave I am, I now backcountry trek, like long distance, hundreds of miles backcountry hiking. I never thought I could do that, but my Jeep taught me that I'm a lot braver than I ever thought I was. And to any woman out there, get yourself a Jeep and learn to drive it. It's the most freeing thing in the world. God love lockers. Lockers are the best invention on the planet.
I mean, there's really no words to explain. I thought I've been wheeling before, but definitely not. I mean, you make a wrong move on some of these trails, it can end up pretty bad.
When the ground comes up by the window and stuff, it gets a little gnarly. I've enjoyed it a lot. This place is awesome. You know how you get forklift certified? I think we're 4-wheel drive certified now.
So behind us we got a 2019 Wrangler Rubicon. It has King's coilovers, Terraflex brakes, suspension, and then the heart of it is a Hellcat 702 horsepower drivetrain. So it has Hellcat engine, transmission. It's rowdy, it's on 37s, Toyos, and it's a blast to drive and a blast to rip around as well. It'll go as fast as you're willing to hold on a Jeep, that'll go that fast. Plan's not to break anything though. But we got Boxo tools, so we'll be all right, yeah.
So we're out on the trails and Jeremy and I are out wheeling this thing and we hear a little bit of air coming out of our right front tire. We think it's just the bead lock coming loose, but this is why we bring our Boxo tools so we can tighten it up and get back out on the trail.
Boxo got its start in the power sports, off-road community, Southern California, and we've just been all over the United States. So this is our core, this is our roots. This is why we design our boxes, why we design our tool rolls and tool bags. You'll see on this event, and this show is our PA916. It's an off-road bag and tool roll. It was designed literally for the Jeep market, and we've expanded it out for all off-road trucks, trailers, you name it. It's a one-stop shop. It's just put the bag on and go. We designed that bag. All of us are off-roaders. We're all enthusiasts. We all have everything from side-by-sides to off-road Jeeps to trucks, you name it. So put a little bit of engineering into it, a little bit of thought, and you come up with a bag that is very purpose-driven and purpose-built.
There's really no better solution when you're out on the trails. Like, you always got to bring something with you because it's the old adage, like if you don't, you're gonna need it.
Yep, and it's organized and you know when something's missing. And that bag weighs what? I don't know, 30 pounds. It's pretty light.
So that's not the only thing that they offer. They don't offer just the off-road roll. They have stuff for ATVs, UTVs, side-by-side stuff like that.
Motocross is huge for them.
Motocross, yeah. They've got the King of Hammer edition.
Yeah.
They have loaded toolboxes of almost any size. Their tools, they're nice tools. They fit decent in your hand. There's really no better solution when you're out on the trails. When you're out wheeling, the right equipment is paramount to keeping you safe. We'll test out some of our upgrades on the trail.
Hey guys, welcome back. We've been making our way around the first part of our excursion here at Adventure Off-Road Park, which has us working our way up Trail 1 to JW2. These trails offer some easy to moderate obstacles for us and Project Off Duty.
Okay. I guess our Jeep is capable.
Yeah, it's a little easier.
I was really...
Jeremy, you make that look too easy.
God, it's just amazing what these things can do.
Yeah.
Like, this is unbelievable.
A little bit of rocks.
Yeah.
You know, we're up on 37s now, so we don't have too much to worry about.
I think we'll be all right. It's the gas pedal finesse now is the part.
Yeah. Good thing about our Jeep, we got power stop brakes on it. We know when you hit the pedal, this thing's gonna slow down, and it will give us some control over what's going on with the front tire, slipping over rocks.
It's funny. You literally took the words out of my mouth. Your front's gonna go up, your back's gonna kind of come down, so. Perfect. You're down. I like our Jeep. It's got good style. It looks really good. And it's very well put together, and it's doing its job.
We've got a 2021 Jeep Gladiator, obviously running Z36 kit all the way around, the Z36 truck and tow from PowerStop, hands down the best brakes. Sitting on a 4.5-inch lift, coilover conversion up front and still spring and shock in the rear. Outfitted with Baja Designs off-road lighting all the way around. Smart cap in the back for the canopy. Great storage and organization, and an up-top overland bed rack and roof rack up on top. Usually it has, you know, rooftop tent and all my camping gear in the back, but for this trip, I'm trying to keep it a little bit lighter. See how she does. You know, I've done the whole rock crawling thing. Got a little bit burnt out breaking stuff, having to fix it.
But the thrill for adventure and being one with nature has kept roadieing in the off-roading world just on a different path.
I'm an outdoor enthusiast, so anything that gets me out, middle of nowhere, that's what I love doing. Family and I go camping all the time, so purpose-built this rig for those kind of trips. But still, you know, when the rock crawling calls, you gotta answer, you gotta have some fun.
So one might ask, What do Rodian's off-roading buddies think about his new path of overlanding?
There's a lot of back and forth joking around. It's all in good fun. You know, I think we're all after the same thing, just to get out there in nature, have fun, really push our rigs, build the rigs, have them be as capable as possible. At the end of the day, you know, we're all doing the same thing, trying to tread lightly and you know, keep it going. Well, it's going to be interesting. I've never wheeled in Tennessee before, ever, period. So I'm really looking forward to, you know, taking her through her paces. Call me a newbie this trip, so it's going to be fun.
Rodian's Jeep Gladiator is a true dual-purpose vehicle. It was built for overlanding, which has become hugely popular in the last several years, tapping into people's sense for exploring things unknown and then heading home once your adventure is done. Having the right equipment to do these things is paramount to keeping you safe and your rig going onto the next destination.
Running power stop brakes all the way around, Z36 truck and tow kit. This thing's heavy, so you know, it's usually got a rooftop tent on it. It's got an RSI smart cap. All the camping gear that usually goes on there, so she's heavy. Definitely need that extra stopping power to bring her to a halt safely, especially, you know, places like this where you're wheeling and far from home. You know, we drive this thing cross country multiple times a year, so we get a lot of highway miles put on her. You know, not fortunate enough to have a tow rig or anything like that. So she sees the highway pretty much, and I try to alternate between a couple of different vehicles to keep the mileage down, because I intend to keep this thing for a long time.
We continue having a blast on our excursion, enjoying the trails with our off-road friends. We're still running around Adventure Off-Road Park, flexing out all the suspension on our Jeep JK. We're headed back out for the second part of our excursion. This time, we're heading up to trails 2 and 3.
Yeah, you want to get out there and absolutely test your rig to the max.
Yeah.
But I don't mind driving it home either.
Yeah, exactly.
not breaking something. You can build everything, so it's awesome.
Yeah.
But there's also a point where you're money conscious. Mm-hmm. Not everybody can afford to do a complete build. You do it in parts and pieces.
Yep.
And when you're done, you can have a really nice rig. Mm-hmm. Whatever stage you want to get to.
Right.
Maybe, just maybe, that's the top of the hill right there.
Could be.
I think we're going down now.
Yeah.
Which can be just as sketchy as going up.
Yeah, because it's like when you're dropping off ledges and stuff, you don't have as much control, I guess.
Momentum.
You're kind of at the mercy of how dry your tires are and if there's a slick rock or whatever.
Yeah. So if you guys need to go see our 4Runner overland build, go check that out. It's general consensus at this point that the 4Runner has stole the show out here.
Yeah, because that thing was built not to be quite as extreme as what we have with this Jeep and all these other Jeeps.
Yeah.
And even, I would say the Jeeps are still more capable, but the fact that the 4Runner has kept up and it has to go in front of us at some points and kind of pave the way, man. It's taking an absolute beating and it's still alive. And
there's 4 production crew members inside. It's loaded down with all the production equipment. These guys are trekking everywhere, and no matter what, they're making it.
Yeah.
And
no lockers.
No lockers.
General Tires, man.
General Tires on that one too.
Yeah, they take a bite, you get in there and make your way on up.
Ours are doing fantastic.
Let me tell you something about General Tires. When it comes to gripping the big rocks that they have out here at AOP, you gotta have something that's gonna grip the rocks, and when you air these down, they give you so much surface area. Watch me today. It's gonna be like I'm walking a dog. It's gonna be fantastic. I mean, there have been things I've walked up that others have been spotted on, and I credit these tires for that. They are gripping these rocks, and I am holding on tight.
This place is gorgeous. There's mild to wild trails here. You know, we're getting the Jeeps out here in the woods and playing, and it's a good time. It's a lot of fun. I like off-roading because it's it's the camaraderie you get with it's something to do with your friends. So, you can all go out in the woods, have fun all day, work on stuff together, and it's, the terrain always changes. So you can wheel a trail 1 week, come back 2 weeks later, and it looks completely different. And the fun part is you know, there's places in nature you can get in a rig or, you know, on another other off-road machine that you can't hike to. And so you get to see some really cool things.
Man, this has been awesome.
Incredible.
Yeah, absolute blast. I mean, we've enjoyed every bit of it.
Bound to have fun, man.
You do it again?
Hell yeah.
If people, and it's like hiking, if people could live life the way the wheeling community does or the hiking community, they've got it right. They help each other when somebody's in need. They don't care who they are or what it is. If somebody's broke up there, they're gonna help fix them to get them down off the hill. There's a saying that nobody gets left behind. And that's one of the things that makes the wheeling community so wonderful. You don't have to know them, but nobody gets left behind.
You come out here, you're gonna leave with some new friends, I guarantee it. You know, it's good riding, it's good fun. Weather's nice most of the time, which is, you know, pretty good, but it's the people out here for me, man. Everyone's super friendly, like I said. You're gonna leave with some new friends when you come out here. Everyone's willing to help out, you know, lend a hand if you break something, which, you know, you're gonna do probably out here, but, you know, it's the people for me, man. It's the experience, it's the beautiful scenery, it's just being in nature and, you know, being away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life.
Well, that is one heck of a day of wheeling. We've been out here testing our Jeep. It's still in one piece, and we have 5 Jeeps behind us that are still in one piece. And we just want to thank our friends at Summit Racing, General Tire, Boxo Tools, and Power Stop Brakes for helping us out getting this thing together. We have a little bit of time before we need to leave, but that's going to be it for us. We're going to catch you guys later.